Well, hello there, and welcome to our podcast, Wrap Up and Unwind, with Z and Roderick, inspired by our life experiences, where we share our loves of movies, TV series, books, and video games, and also get real with our thoughts on all things concerning life and faith. You can find us on YouTube and Spotify. Hit the subscribe, follow, or sign up button so you don't miss an episode. Hello, and welcome to another episode of our podcast, Wrap Up and Unwind, with your host, Z and Roderick.
Hey guys,
How you doing today, bud?
doing good, doing good. Feeling much more refreshed than yesterday. I got
Okay.
more sleep, so that's great.
Well, that means you slept better than me, basically. Yeah.
What time did you sleep?
One? No.
Oh,
Two? I think
doing what?
yeah, I think 2 a.m. and I woke up at 7 to pee and just never
Oh,
moved.
fair enough,
So, hey,
fair
okay.
enough.
That works fine. Well, at least we have a fun episode today.
Woo!
So, today's episode will taking you on our movie journey of 2023. Basically, what that means is we're just going to be telling you about the movies we saw in 2023. That's it,
Yeah,
right?
it's gonna be
Basically.
fun.
And spoiler alert, like I said, we're telling you about the movie, so there's going to
Yeah,
be
so
spoilers. Yeah, so just
click off if you don't want to know.
basically, yeah. A little heads up right now about the spoilers. So, I mean, we start from the first movie we saw, which was what? Puss in Boots?
Yeah, the Puss in Boots one, the second movie,
Last something? The last, hold on,
The Last Wish, wasn't it?
to get that right. Yes, The Last Wish.
Yeah,
That's true. We saw that in February,
yeah.
right?
Wow, it's that early. Wow.
We saw that in February. I mean, how was the movie? What did we, I mean, we
I'll
liked
be
it.
honest, it was good. I love the art style that they took for it.
Yeah.
Because it's so memorable. So it's like it's
Mm-hmm.
really, really, really stands out compared to other animated movies. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
And I think in terms of like the storyline, I feel like there was like some growth with Puss in Boots. What did you think? Because at the
yeah,
beginning it was like, okay, you have 9 lives, you're using your 9 lives. Okay, well, we do it. And
facts. Yeah,
trying to, hold on, I guess, to the last life he had. Was that it?
yeah. Because like he was taking life for granted. So he
Basically,
was doing a lot of careless stuff in the
yeah,
beginning, falling from this place or getting into fights and all that. So
yeah,
he ended up valuing life and taking every moment, like as a treasure rather
yeah.
than throwing it. Especially, I like the fact that he changed his tone when it came to getting married to
Mm-hmm.
the cat, the
Yeah.
other cat that was involved. So I don't remember her name, but
Another.
yeah,
I,
I liked her personality though.
yeah, she was fun. She was very
Yeah,
fun. And the was it a dog?
was it
The
a dog? I don't remember if it was a dog or not.
was it a cat? No.
No, it
Um,
wasn't a cat.
it was a dog.
Yeah,
Ugly looking moth.
it looked really ugly. No, that's for sure.
It wasn't pretty looking. I'm sorry, it was not. Um, I
He was
like.
adorable though.
Sorry.
He was adorable though. That's for sure.
Yeah, he was not the cutest dog, but
Yeah,
it's
personality wise, it was good.
yeah, personality wise, I liked his person, and I mean, team friendship. We took that with us.
Yeah, that stuck with us for like a good year.
I think
To be
sometimes we
honest.
still say team friendship. I like that, and I love the arc of um, that the friendship. Walking together, no matter how, yeah, especially like with the dog, what it's been through, and still choosing to trust Puss in Boots and the rest, and go on this
Yeah,
journey with them, rather than thinking, "Oh, I'm going to be abandoned again," and be jaded by that. He was still
yeah.
like, "I like these
I
people."
mean, to be honest, I think he did ended up getting abandoned. There was like a moment where they're chasing after the treasure, and
Okay.
he got left behind, I think, if I remember correctly.
I
They
think
kind of split up, I
it's
think.
yeah. I think
Yeah,
you're right, but I feel like they also came back for him. So I don't think he
yeah,
lost faith in that sense that they were going to come back for him.
yeah,
So they left he was left by person, but not by the girl.
yeah,
Or he still believed. And I feel like it's that faith that he had in Possible that made Possible kind of be like, dude, it's going to be waiting for me. I might as well just
yeah.
go back, because I feel like nobody wants that on their conscience. If you're a good person, you don't want to be thinking, wow, I just abandoned somebody.
Facts, yeah,
You know what I mean? Yeah. So I love that he came back and they ended up having this kind of like partnership at the end of the movie.
yeah.
Like they all came together, which was really nice. I loved that very much. And, left the cinema screaming, Team Friendship. I was like,
I feel like the only villain that I remember from that movie was the Reaper. I think was he? I don't remember what he was called, but that's the only guy. That's the only guy that I actually remember. The other guys, like the
someone
wolves,
else who
like
I
yeah, the
guess wanted
wolves.
the power type thing, I think.
Yeah,
I can't
but I
remember
don't
what
remember what they were though.
it looked like.
Yeah,
I don't even think
no, it
they
wasn't wolves. It was the three bears,
no.
wasn't it? The bears?
Three bears, there
No,
were golden locks, the three bears, and there was someone else.
yeah, there was someone else, but I don't remember
No,
who
see,
it
I
is.
don't. I have like no memory. And I feel like the Green Reaper. I don't think he was just doing his job.
Yeah,
So I wouldn't necessarily like link him up as a villain. I think he
I
was
feel.
doing it.
I think he was just waiting for somebody to
Yeah,
actually to die at some point,
yeah.
to be careless.
And I think there was also a part of him that was like, maybe you should learn from this. Because
Yeah,
once it came to, I guess, taking Puss in Boots and saw that, oh, you know what? This is different. He's changing.
yeah,
I was like, okay, no, there's nobody for me to collect today. I'm gonna go.
yeah. It was quite special.
Yeah, so I won't really. I think he was just doing his job in that sense. But
Yeah.
overall, what are we rating Puss in Boots?
Ooh. Well, compared to other animated films I've watched, it's up there with Zootropolis for me anyway.
You
So I
see,
would say like a good 8 or 9.
ooh,
Yeah, it's up there because of the art style and the
I,
way that they handled the topic
yeah.
conversation. So yeah.
So I'm going with a 9 in terms of
Ooh.
like the storyline and how
Yeah.
like the character growth they each had. I mean, the dog was he still remained the same person that was like from beginning to the end.
Yeah, he did.
But
Yeah.
I like that he stayed true to himself. He didn't let circumstances, kind of change change him.
Yeah.
So which is why I'm giving it a 9. So,
Okay, fair enough.
and so next one, I think the next one you weren't actually with me. So I went to see
Okay.
Avatar, The Way of Water, which I
Ooh.
think I watched that was what time March. Yes, I did see that in March, and oh my God, there's a whole drama in trying to see this movie because I had forgotten about it. And when I remembered, it was basically in that one where it was like it's leaving the cinema. So to
Oh,
watch it, the times when exactly doable.
favorable. Okay.
Yeah, if that makes sense.
Fair
So
enough.
I kept searching high and low, and I kept because I just kept focusing on the particular cinema we go to. It was like
Oh.
for other branches. So when I decided, I was like, no, wait, I can look for other branches.
Yeah, you can go other places
Yeah,
now.
I was like, let me check other branches I've never been to. And then I found one, which was like, I think it was at, because I think around that time I was about to go off to my sisters. And I know
Right.
my sisters, they definitely won't have it anymore in that cinema. Get rid of movies so quick there. So I was like, okay, I definitely have to see if I go. Yes, it's gonna come to Disney, but it's not the same. Watching it in
Yeah.
cinema versus watching it, online.
It's not the same feeling.
It's just not the same. So I think I got a time that was like, I think around 11 or 10 a.m. I had to go all the way far to watch it. So I did. I was only like three people in the cinema, me and like one older couple. Yeah,
Oh,
I didn't care. It was a very big cinema. It was comfortable. I know I like an empty cinema. I don't know why I like it. I like the
it's a
quiet.
lot better because like, I remember when we watched Puss in Boots, there was a lot of people. There was some
Not
kids that
kids.
shouting.
Yeah.
So I remember that. I think it was Puss in Boots. Or
Mm-hmm.
the next movie we're gonna talk about. I think I don't remember.
Yeah. But so it's quiet. I think what I love Avatar was very beautiful. I'm not gonna lie, really, really beautiful. And the storyline was one of those we talked about this where I was like, I understand what people were getting at. Because for me it's like you want to get rid of these people just so
Yeah,
that you can take the resources for yourself, make it make sense.
yeah,
So for me, that there was a point, I think there was a scene where they killed this beautiful whale like creature just to get a tiny block of
oh, wow.
serum like thing from it. And I remember getting emotional watching that scene, and my mind was just like, why? Why?
Wow.
Like, why?
It's always the small things.
Just for that, you killed this beautiful creature that you could have left alone. Or,
Yeah.
so I understood what people were talking about, opinions people had regarding it and why they didn't like it. My younger sister had the same opinion. Um,
Oh,
but at the same time, I still enjoyed it. I still, liked it all in all. So I think
well,
I'll
that's
still
good.
read that as well, and I because it was a very, very
So
good.
like compared to the other Avatar movies, would you say this is the
Um,
best or like?
there was something about this one because we got to see new people,
Oh, okay.
as so with the water people, because I think the first one had like the forest like people, and the second
Yeah.
the water people, and they were green, which was
Oh,
so beautiful. I was like, why is this just beautiful? Like seriously, so beautiful. Um, so I think I read this one. I think this one is my favorite than the first one. Because the first one
okay.
was sad because a lot of people I liked in the first one died. So
People die in this movie?
yeah, they do.
Oh,
They died, both the
dang.
humans, both the avatars. So it's quite sad. Um,
I had no idea.
the first
Wow.
one is a bit. The first one for me is a bit. I like it too. It's the same kind of rating, but it's a bit sad in terms like my favorite characters. You know.
Right, okay.
But all in all, still good. I haven't watched it again since
Oh,
like I haven't because
is
I'm just
that a
like
good thing or a bad thing?
normally if I like something very much, I will depend on the feeling. I think because this one is a bit like it's sad a bit, it's like okay, I need time before I
Right.
rewatch. It has to be a while before I rewatch it.
That's fair.
So I know it's a Disney Plus, it's out. But I don't think I'm gonna like press play anytime soon on that. So far,
Would you say the Avatar is better than Planet of the Apes, or is it kind of on
I feel
par?
like it's a different no in terms of like animation wise different. But I think again the storyline.
Oh,
What is
okay.
your favor, we humans?
Yeah, that's fair.
That's does not put us in a good light. And at the end of the day, I end up siding with the other people
That's fair.
than with my, fellow humans. So it doesn't play us in a good light. So
Mhm.
I think they will have to get like separate rate, the same rating, but just based on story,
Oh,
you know, the animation, the CGI, everything's still just beautiful. So same kind of yeah. Well, it doesn't paint
oh,
you
fair enough.
in a good light. So you end up having to pay like,
A lot of movies seem to do that though.
right?
These days anyway. Yeah. There's a lot of movies that talk about humanity and how bad
Mm-hmm.
we are. It would be nice to like have a movie that,
It
turns the
doesn't
narrative
towards the bad guy.
positively.
Because I
Yeah.
feel like aliens are supposed to be the one that's like, oh, you see, even in Avengers, where
Yeah.
the Marvel, where eventually they're like, okay, you people need to pay for what you're saving us, yes, but you took out a whole country. Like,
Facts, yeah.
the
That's
whole
crazy.
country.
That is
Who's gonna pay for that? Like, who are we all holding responsible for that? You get what I mean? So it's like, I like that they had that point in the storyline. And this is where I love how we've gone to Marvel, where,
right. We just
Iron Man
transitioned.
started to question, but to be fair, Iron Man, love him, but some of the issues they had, his creations started.
To be honest, I wasn't the biggest fan of Iron Man.
I am, based on his brain. Like, I love how smart he is and how he can just be
Yeah.
like, oh, I want to
I
help
mean, his
you out.
technology is pretty cool to watch
Yeah,
on screen.
to create an event and, stuff like that. I think it's the creative in me. Someone who creates designs also, I kind of like that. So he does that. But I think in terms of like the Infinity Stones and Thanos, and he started Ultron. That came off him. So it's like,
Oh, wow.
yeah,
I haven't watched all Marvel movies,
came
but
off with what he was
dang.
trying to create, like I think like a supercomputer or something like that. And then Ultron came out of that.
Ah,
And Jarvis had to try and so it was like you're trying to do good, but at the same time creating some harm, some damages. I know people they always say it's like the balance of the world. It can't everything can it's like you have to find the balance. Like there have to be somewhere where you don't cross.
yeah,
Yeah. And
that's fair.
I think so now that a lot of things are like questioning humanity and how we view it and kind of thing. I like that. It starts a conversation.
That's true, yeah.
Something we necessarily don't want to have. No
I'm
one's.
I'm guessing it sells more
Mm-hmm,
rather than showing the good side all the
mm-hmm.
time, I guess.
I mean,
Yeah,
you have to balance it out. So
yeah.
balance is good. Balance is good. We have. Oh, you didn't watch this with me, but I watched it with my bestie and my little nephew, the kid.
Ooh.
Super Mario Brothers movie.
See, I've
Right?
seen some clips of that. I've seen the Super Mario movie.
Okay,
It's
thoughts.
like the clips.
Okay.
I like the way they presented it, animation wise. I kind of wish it was the same for Sonic the Hedgehog movie, but Sonic did his own thing. Uh, I still like the way they presented the Mario universe, animation wise.
It was for me. I wasn't a fan.
It wasn't a fan.
I could have just stayed home.
Yeah.
It was very. I felt like I was watching a game, like I was watching someone play a game, which I'm not a fan of.
Oh, fan.
I was just
An
like, unlike Sonic, it was it drawed you in.
actual
It looked
movie.
like you're playing. Yeah, it was very beautiful. This for me, it was like I was watching someone play a game, which
Yeah,
I
that's
didn't
pretty
like.
much it. Yeah.
Yeah, so I was just like, I could have stayed home. My best to look at
Yeah.
this was like, same here, but he wanted to see it. I was like, this did not do it. So I will rate it a five.
A five, dang, okay.
Never to
Fair
be,
enough.
never to be watched again.
Yeah, I wouldn't go out my way to go watch that. I would watch it at home, most
Yeah,
likely.
so you don't waste money.
So it's not embarrassing, I guess.
It was a waste of my money. I was very upset. I was literally,
I can feel the soap.
I was so upset. I was like, I'm sorry, why? No,
Yeah.
this is not it. We need something else. So yeah, I mean, you haven't seen it yet, have you?
I've seen the clips, and to be
Okay,
honest, I'm not a fan of the voice acting for Mario, so it's like, do I want to watch the whole movie with that?
I think, is the first place they messed up.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they put Chris Pratt, I think, for the voice. So
I
it's
like
like,
this part. I won't necessarily say,
do I
oh,
really want to
oh.
listen to him the whole way?
I think
Yeah,
so. It's five.
they fumbled in
They
a way.
they messed up big time.
Yeah, I mean the kids love it, so I
Yeah, kids. I
guess
mean,
they
kids,
win.
they didn't grow up with us like playing millennials, us playing the games and like, oh, Super
Yeah,
Mario. And then going to watch it and being like, Can we not?
Sure.
How do we move away from it? Which is
Yeah,
how I felt, basically. So that's why it's a five.
that's
Um,
fair.
our next movie, you almost saw it with me, but you
Almost.
couldn't. Almost. Which was so because you missed out. I The Equalizer 3.
Yeah. I mean, I watched the other Equalizers,
Yeah,
but
you
not
watched
not
the
not
TV
so much.
series. You like
Yeah.
that one.
I
Oh,
love that movie. I love
you
the
like that one.
I love the concept. So it's
Yeah,
like,
but you haven't seen the one with Denzel Washington.
yeah.
That one is, I mean, from the first one, love. Second one, love. Now, the third one had an actress he had worked with as a kid,
Oh,
Kotofani. So between that movie he did with her and this one, I think it was like almost, if not 20 or almost 20 years. She was quite really
right.
sick. She's been acting since she was very little. Which I'm
Yeah.
so happy about. But part of me was like, oh, are they gonna make her a villain in this?
Oh.
I was happy she wasn't a villain. I was like, yes.
Mhm.
But it was just as cool as all the other movies. So I was really happy. Yes. And I can't remember what country he was in this time. Because I think in every movie he's always in a different country. And they're always trying to kill him.
Right.
Well, unless he steps in something, to be fair, because most times they leave him. But he always seems to step into something. He wanted to help somebody. That was the premise. Yeah, he wanted to help someone. I think whose money the person got scammed of
Right.
all, which is very painful. So he went to help get their money back and stumbled into something else. And it was that something else that I get. He literally almost died because first some kid, the kid of the bad guy, which he wasn't expecting, which for me, I was like, I know he's a kid, but he should have been, he didn't expect
Ah,
that the kid was going to shoot him. So he almost
right.
died. But then um, some police officer, I think they were in Italy or somewhere,
Oh,
some
Italy.
nice police officer who, like, saw him almost, gone and everything, was the one that helped him, and then the police officer now had problems with some
Right.
crooked person like that. So he decided to step in and be like, they came after the police officer's family, which he
Right.
wasn't
Oh, wow.
really. No. So, as always, they'll just tell him, oh, you're an old man. You need to, mind the business and go away. And it's like, oh, it's those kind of ones where the bad people, they kind of control a specific area.
Yeah.
So even if they commit a crime in front of people, nobody will say anything because they're scared.
Yeah, they're too scared for it.
Yeah, but when the equalizer got there, and they saw that, oh, someone is actually gonna fight for us, people now started to come out.
Nope.
Nobody was scared. At some point, they literally almost
Wow.
they almost killed him until everybody, like all the villagers, everybody can love how I say villagers, but like people
Villages.
around came out and got their phones out and were like, "Oh no, you're gonna be on camera, this is an American. Kill him, they'll come for you." So just so you know, kind of
He's
thing,
gonna you're gonna be next.
right? So that was very cool. But the actress Dakota Fanning, her scene as well was she didn't really do much. To be fair, I think she must have had she wasn't like present in every scene. But she did have a couple of scenes with him,
Yeah.
which I thought was so cute. Because in the movie she played with as a child, he played her bodyguard.
Oh,
Yeah, so he was very and before his character came in, she had had other bodyguards which she hated.
right.
He was the first bodyguard that actually like I guess showed interest in her as a kid. And they had this bond, but I think he died again. It's called Man of Fire.
Oh, okay.
She got kidnapped because her father was someone big, I guess. She got kidnapped and he went to rescue her.
Okay, cool.
I think he died.
That
It's
sounds like a pretty cool
a
concept.
very good movie. I think I have the DVD. I think
You're
I
gonna
did.
make me watch a lot of movies after this.
Yeah. So that was a good one. So the Equalizer, I would give it between one, two, three. This is my favorite. So
I'll
again,
be honest. I need to watch number three because at the moment I like number one more after watching it. It was
well, have you
yeah.
watched the first movie of
Yeah, I
the?
watched it on Amazon Prime.
Oh, I
I
didn't
watched
know
number
you
one
saw
and
the first
two.
one. Oh,
I don't know if I like two though. I don't know. I love how calculated he is when it comes
yeah. I
to
like. Two
pretty
for me
cool.
was very predictable in
Yeah,
that sense. So I think is why yeah,
that's what it is.
we
Yeah,
have the same kind of
it's like
vibes.
yeah.
It's very predictable. So,
I
but
think I like the dynamic between the equalizer and the girl, and the girl he meets in the cafe.
the
Was it?
first one, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, in the first one. Yeah, I like the dynamic they have.
yeah.
So it was nice. But the second one was kind of
And
sure.
the second one was a bit very predictable because so like
Yeah,
once he was doing the investigation and so like I saw the hotel, I was like, oh, I think it's in house. So in
yeah.
house, and then it's like, oh, it's in house. I was like, okay,
It
well,
is what it
that's
is.
it. But I like how the cool part is the end. I like how he took them out one by one because to me, I thought
Yeah,
it's a bit stupid because you know who he is, you know what he does, and you thought you guys would work against him,
yeah.
make it make sense. No.
It doesn't work that way.
It's not gonna- so he took them out. So that was a good one. So for me, three would be, you know what, 10 out of 10 from me.
Hey, the first 10.
10. Yeah.
The first
So
10 on your list.
yeah, that's a good one. Um, what's our last movie?
The Marvels, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Hey. I mean, we got a few minutes left, so
What was your take on
go
the
for it.
movies? What?
I'll mm, I'll be honest, I like the fact that it's a female cast,
Yeah,
which is interesting. It's a new thing for Marvel. Problem is, I don't know if I like the new kid that joined
yeah,
at the very beginning. I don't think I like because she doesn't do a whole lot. So it feels like and it feels like she slowed the team down. I don't know. It was cool to have her, but I don't know if I liked her that much. Because I remember her from the video game, from the Avengers video game, and it's
hmm
like I didn't like her there, so it's like I thought she would be better here, but kind of feels the same.
Well, she is from another dimension.
Yeah,
So I think her take on her version of Miss Marvel will be very
yeah.
different from what we're used to. I think she was all right. I did see the point of the friend's daughter having the power. Like
That too. Yeah,
I've missed out on some of the like the mini series, so I haven't seen any of them.
yeah.
So I don't know when she got the power. So I don't know. So I was very confused
I don't know. I don't get it.
with that bit. Um, favorite scene would still be when we got to see Park Seo-joon, the
The
Korean
ending,
actor.
right?
No, the Korean actor.
Yes. Oh yeah, I
He
remember
was
that. Yeah.
cool. He was cool. I was like, oh, what? That was very because I forgot he was in it until I mean he was only in it for like what 15 minutes or something. But
Yeah.
still, it's
The
like,
singing part, right? When they
yeah,
started singing. I thought that was
yeah.
random. Because the whole movie there's no singing but except that part.
Yeah, I think that particular world, that's what they do. They sing and
Yeah, fair
dance.
enough.
I think that's why, and it's very colorful, hence why they were dancing
Yeah.
and singing. So it was like, oh,
Yeah.
good.
Felt like Disney for a minute
And then
there.
we have Park Seo-joon in it. So yeah,
Yeah.
which was
Gave
like,
me that Disney vibe for a minute there.
is
I don't know.
right. That particular
Yeah.
scene was, the costumes and everything. That was beautiful.
It was
But
good.
all in all, what will you rate that?
I would I guess a six, seven, six.
Wow, we are in
Yeah.
sync. What is happening?
It just doesn't feel like it feels like Marvel, but at the same time, it's trying to do something different.
Yeah, because I mean, I'm
Yeah.
all for women empowerment, which funny enough, I actually didn't notice it was like all women until
Yeah.
you
And
mentioned it.
until I mentioned
Like,
it,
oh, it's all
literally the whole cast is female.
just mostly females.
Yeah.
So I think like a seven,
Okay.
just because of the like women vibes.
Yeah.
But to be fair, we could have done without it. We could have had.
How did you feel about the villain? I don't remember her name, but how do you feel about her?
Oh, I actually, this is one of those few times I actually empathize with the villain because I kind of understand what she was trying to do. She was fighting
Yeah.
the planet, and I love the actress as well. She was
Right.
fighting her planet, but she was going about it the wrong way. But I think for her to get to
Yeah.
that point, she felt like this was the only way she could do it. This is the only way she could fight back.
Right. Yeah.
So, but I liked it. Overall, she
Okay.
was a good. She was a very calm villain for someone who was supposed to be vicious.
I feel like her goal could have been achieved if she just spoke. She just talked at the very
Yeah,
beginning.
but I think she's been doing that, and
Maybe. Yeah.
nothing has been helping, which was why the anger and I guess, the resentment came from.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, and now she's like, okay, I'm gonna fight this way.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be. So
Fair enough. Wow.
it worked out in the end, I guess. He did die, right?
Yeah. In the end, it
Well,
worked out.
Marvel still went to still help our planet.
Yeah.
This is the thing
Which is
to do.
nice.
But I liked the extra scene, which I was like, are we getting a new X-Men? Like a new vibe of X-Men? Like what's happening?
Maybe. I
Because
mean, I haven't watched the X Men, so
once
we
I
have
saw,
to go into
I
it.
didn't know it was even X-Men, so I had to cut you off. I didn't know it was even X-Men until I think I saw Beast. Who was playing
Oh.
Beast again? And people was like, wait, what? Are we mixing up X-Men now? I mean, Hugh Jackman is back playing Wolverine, so
Oh, okay.
I feel like
That's
that's
good.
imminent of something coming. But all in all,
Sounds exciting.
we saw some good movies.
Some really fun movies, yeah.
We need to get back in the cinema this year. Well, the plan is to go see Ghostbusters next month.
Hopefully we do.
Hopefully, I was just about to say clear your schedule. Find a schedule a day, clear one day for us to go see Ghostbusters. But
Yeah.
I think hope you guys enjoyed listening to us tell you
Thanks guys for
about.
tuning in. Let us know what you've been watching.
Yeah.
What you watched last year so we can like have a discussion. It'd be cool to know what you guys watched. So yeah,
Uh-huh.
hopefully,
Yeah.
you know, it was fun, just as fun as what we've watched as well. Yeah,
Um,
so
yeah. And I think let us know what you're also looking forward to seeing this year. Because I think there's some good movies coming out this year or out already that we missed. So
yeah.
let us know what you've watched as well. And we'll see you guys in the next episode.
Be sure to subscribe to our channel and to follow us on Spotify as well. And follow us on all our social media. Catch you guys in the next one.
Okay. See ya.
Peace.